We're going to talk about stuff that annoys us that people do. This is always fun. Greg, we're going to start with you.
Okay, so I'm going to have to do my best Chris Jericho here.
The list.
Well, we know if we do wrestling again, we got another person, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know he's into it. Cool.
Oh, absolutely. So, number one, arm bar. So probably the one thing that always comes to mind is people that don't use their friggin' turn signals. I can't stand it. I don't care how much real estate
you're stealing my shit, Greg. You're stealing my shit.
Well then elaborate with me then.
Yes, man, I'm with you.
To you.
and I don't drive, so I do a lot of walking, and I look at people on their turn signals and stuff like that. So when I see them, they're not, it's like, come on, man. Like, I could have walked across the street. You had your fucking turn signal on. You didn't.
That's a different point of view. That's interesting.
It is.
It is.
That's interesting because who's thinking that way? That's a pretty interesting.
Pedestrian point of view.
That's
pedestrian point of view.
Or it's like you're walking across the street and then somebody's turn. You didn't have your turn signal on, jerk off, and you're beeping me. Fuck you.
Especially when you have the right way.
Yeah, look at that. We got a double.
You got me angry on this one, Greg.
You got a double bubble on this one.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Laying it up. How about you, Damo?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with the car theme, and huge pet peeve is when people cut me off when I'm on the highway, and there's a car in front of me, and they just want to cut me off and kind of squeeze in the middle of me and the guy in front of me. It's like, dude, what are you trying to get everybody killed over here? You're not going to get
2 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to make it to your destination. Yeah, 5 seconds faster is like that. A short amount of time is really worth it to just hurt yourself,
to get in an accident and wait 5 hours for the tow truck and all the bullshit to clear up. Yeah.
So that ticks me off so much that I usually, if I could squeeze over into the next lane, I squeeze over into the next lane, and me being an I don't know,
prick,
sort of a hothead. Yeah, that too. Sort of a hothead. I want to get in front of him. Like now it turns into like a race.
It's personal now.
Geez.
Yeah. So this is like this happens on 95. All the time.
Yeah. Well, since Mike and Greg were in on that one, I'm going to go with that.
Yeah, you could skip me on this one.
Yeah, I'll stick to the driving kind of thing. Not that I'm a big driver, but you know what drives me nuts is that, and it's not the delivery guy. It's when you're driving up the street and you have somebody that's delivering food. No big deal. You wait for them to get out. They get out and they knock on the door, and then the people that delivered the food don't have their money ready. That drives me nuts.
Yo, yeah.
You know it's coming. You know it's coming.
I always make sure I have it on hand. Yep. I have everything, even down to like the tip and whatnot. Like I have everything just to get that transition out of there. Like,
you got people. Oh wait, let me go get my money. Like,
well, that happens even at work with people. Sometimes it's like, oh, I have to pay. Like, it's like, and they look around. Oh,
I got to go to my car.
I don't. What's this money thing? I don't know what money is anymore. I thought I could give you a couple clams. You want to take clams?
Well, dude, if you're ordering something and you know what the money is, have the money ready. Why make the guy wait?
Right. Oh, surprise! Who's at the door?
Yeah.
Wait, I used to deliver when I was a kid. Like, we used to deliver medicine around the streets and everything, like walking. And you go over somebody's house, and it's like there's a few people that they're going in their cushions looking for change.
Yeah.
Like, somebody.
You had a whole 30 to 40 minutes to get this ready. Like,
Dude, the people who have, like, the parents send their kids to the door with the money because they think it's cute. It ain't cute. They want to get the hell the driver wants to get out of there.
And of course the kid don't know what to do.
Give them
the kid's like,
thank you. Say thank you. It's like, come on.
The driver's like, yeah, see you later. I got to hustle to make the next, the next food delivery. All right, let's move on to another one. Greg, you got anything else?
It's just in my head. Honestly, it's off the driving thing, because we could go for anybody who drives can the worst of humanity shows in driving.
Absolutely.
But, so that's very easy. But honestly, it's people that just don't communicate well enough. like simple things. Like God, I remember a friend of mine, so it was a family emergency that was happening, and an old friend of mine was expected to visit, and it just doesn't show up. And so I got of course I got a little tipped. I'm just like, this person wants to see you. Like, and you said you're going to try to make it. Like, turns out this person was at the shore. You couldn't have told me that. Like, right. Yeah. I wouldn't save this entire conversation. I wouldn't be angry at you if you're not in town. But it's stupid little things like that. Like you couldn't just, if you just mentioned that one little sentence, it could have avoided anything. Like,
miscommunication.
Man. Like, and it's just so simple, especially with text now. It's too easy.
Yeah, absolutely. Dave Ho.
It's a cologne.
Cologne.
Yeah.
So you don't like my smell?
Nah. Cologne. You leave it alone.
Like, what kind of cologne?
I'll tell you what it is. It could be any scent. It's the amount that people put on.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's someone I this happens every day, and this person, they have so much cologne on that.
Are you hoping he watches your video?
No. I'm hoping that
take a hint from it, maybe.
That no one I know is watching this.
Listen, none of our friends watch the show. It's fine.
It's not a friend. It's
is it a coworker?
An acquaintance.
I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, you don't have to say. That's all right.
All right.
So
he stinks.
So this person puts they put so much cologne on that they could have been in the room or walked past you 10 minutes ago and you still fucking smell it. Like it goes up your nostrils and it lingers in all in here, like in your throat. You can taste it.
Is it at least a good smelling cologne or no?
Dude,
you had to let it linger.
When I got my first bottle of Brute as a kid, man, I must have been like 8 or 9 years old. And I splashed like half of that fucking bottle on me every day. I need more Brute. What do you mean you need more Brute?
Dude, I'm still using the same cologne I used in 9th grade. Cool Water. I still wear Cool Water. I like it.
I don't mind a little bit, but it's bad when the person was in the room or in your presence like 10, 15, 20 minutes ago and you still smell it. I'd rather someone smell like they haven't wiped their ass.
Really? Wow.
Because that's instant, and it doesn't stick around.
Instant.
Unless the person is in the room all the time, you're going to.
I'd rather have somebody smell over good than over bad.
Dude, no, because it's not. It's so much. It's bad.
I agree with you.
It's bad.
I agree, sure, but I would rather have somebody wearing too much perfume than a shitty asshole in the summer.
But it doesn't linger the way.
Oh no, it does, man.
The bathrooms
it can cheese up. It can cheese up.
Oh, when you get that cheese effect, man, and you're in that room and that person's like, it's dude. Because I work in a store, so it's like we get those people in there from time to time, and it's like that smell lingers after that person leaves.
You check your shoes, make sure it's not you.
You put your hand down your ass a little bit. No, it's not me.
Like a pungent, awful smell.
They even come smell like that cologne.
I'm going to clone it up next time I'm around.
Dude, I just can't. I can't.
I always wear cologne, but I always spray one on my wrist, rub it together, 2 here, and then 1 so it just mists over the rest of my body. That's
Well, this person must like douse himself in it. Like a half a bottle or something, dude. It
smells good, eh?
Yeah, I'm like, I know it sounds like dated maybe, but I'm like CKB, man. You give me that, like it's that nice clean smell.
Oh, fuck, I'm still using Cool Water. Come on, I'm dated. I'm straight out of 1990. Mike D, what you got?
Well, I think we touched a couple of them there, but I'm going to go with one, man. I'm going to go with Sweaty Titty Money.
Oh yeah.
Unless I'm in a strip club. That changes.
So a little bit different there. But when, it's like 90 degrees out and you got the lady comes up and she wants to hand you, and she's really reaching in there. and you pull the belt. You could actually see the little driplets coming off of it, and it's like
that's the juice.
It's like, oh,
juice.
That's the good stuff.
No, sweaty titty money.
That's literally the same as an armpit. At that point, it's the same as an armpit.
Yeah.
It is.
Dude, I remember when we were young, we used to go out and play. You used to put money in your sock.
I never understood that. I could never do that. I hate it when my socks are just a little uneven when I'm walking, let alone a whole.
Could you imagine
could
you imagine if a guy stuck his money under his balls or something like that?
Right, you would get offended. They would get offended.
Paper cuts.
That's so nasty.
Sweaty balls.
Yeah.
Sweaty balls.
Yeah, that's a good one, Mike.
And they say guys are vile and stuff. No, man, you women with that sweaty titty money.
Nope. It's not fascinating. We like booze, but not that much.
Hold the sweat. Hold the sweat. For me, dude, and guess what? You guys might even do this. My wife does this all the time, and it drives me nuts. And it's so stupid, but it drives me nuts. You ever go to McDonald's and you get the French fries? And people that can't wait to get home to eat the French fries.
Oh, dude, I fucking hate that too.
They fucking got to start picking the French. I'm like, wait till you go to fuck home. You're picking the French fries.
I have to take one fry. One fry.
A lot of people do it. Don't get me wrong, but it drives me nuts.
It's hot. It's the hot fry. You got to have that one hot fry.
Yeah, a lot of people do it.
I am right with you.
Yeah, Damo.
I want the whole fry when I get home. I want a mess of fries, but no, I gotta take one fry.
Dude, you know what my wife does too? She gets the French fries, she pours them out, and then she pokes them with her finger. Because if they're too soft, she won't eat them. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
I love the soft French fries. I love them soft.
I like the crispy ones, man. Like the nice brown golden ones. Oh, they're the best.
Mikey's like, I'm hungry as a motherfucker.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that drives me nuts. How about you, Greg? What you got?
Jeez, now here's one. Those indirect social media posts about someone. I can't stand that. Like, bro, clearly you want to air your dirty laundry, but you don't want the repercussions that come with it. So you can't have two. You can't just throw bait out there and not reel it in. Like, it's ridiculous. And then, I love it when of course it prompts people to go, oh, what's wrong? Nothing.
Nothing.
Then why the hell did you talk about it? Like, or it always goes in the same thing. It's just, I would always say something stupid like that. Then why are you posting about it? If you don't want to talk about it, then don't post about it. Right. And it's like, oh, it's my page. I'll do what I want. Well, then seriously, you're stupid. Like, you're just being stupid.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't like that passive aggressive stuff. No.
Damo.
Well, I had another one, but this one it kind of reminded me of something else that bugs me. And same thing like online Facebook, couples, they're madly in love, and they always profess their love pretty much every day on Facebook, how much they love each other.
Oh, you mean like with Jennifer Lopez and what's that jerk off name? Now, yeah, but
I'm talking about real people, not celebrities.
He's talking about like on like Facebook and shit like that.
Okay. They're madly in love, and then what happens after like a few weeks or a month?
He ain't shit anyway.
They hate each other. They hate each other, and they talk.
They have a kid together. They're separated. They hate each other. I'm
not even talking like that involved. I'm talking just like boyfriend girlfriend bullshit, like couples. And then like after a few weeks or a month or 2 months or whatever it is, and they hate each other, and they
honeymoon's over
that out there, and then you see them back, a week later, they're like nothing ever happened. It's like, dude, why can't you just be like a normal person and just keep that between you two, and maybe do something once in a while instead of every goddamn day or what? It's got to be like a picture and this and that. It's like too much.
It always comes eventually, even as it comes off insincere at one point eventually. It's like, if you have to constantly, first of all, you're running out of words and the sentiment here, because when it actually matters to post something like that, like an anniversary or birthday, you're gonna run out of stuff to say. You're gonna sound like a broken record. There is something to romance where you don't overkill it. Like, romance, it's not if it's not special, it ain't romantic. So, and I also, whenever I see that constantly, to me, I'm just like, okay, who are you trying to impress?
Right.
Who are you trying to rub this into? I'm guessing this is your second choice.
Well, whenever I see that, it's like, okay, this isn't going to last. And
Exactly.
I hate
Exactly.
to be that way, but it's usually the couples that have longevity or whatever are the ones that don't do all that all the time.
Yeah.
Yep. How about you, Mike D?
I mean, this is a tough one, and without getting political on anything, I hate these fucked up alcoholic junkie fucking celebrities that like to tell everybody how to live their life. Go do your drugs, drink, and be fucking happy with the money you earn, and shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
The end. The end.
I agree with that.
I wouldn't call that political. I call that just
hypocritical.
Living like
Yeah,
exactly, hypocritical.
Yeah.
You
know what drives me crazy, man? And I'm so guilty of it because my writing's so bad, and I don't spell check nothing. The grammar police. Like, I don't mind somebody breaks my balls or whatever, but
guilty.
Oh, there's a ton of people. Where's the comma? Where's the capital? Motherfucker, I can't spell. You know what I mean? I got fat fingers. I'm hitting 12 things. I
said use a colon. What do you mean? I just took a shit.
Yeah.
It's there, not there.
Yeah. I send Damien a text message. There's fucking 20 fucking letters missing. He knows what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Or because, dude, I'm guilty of I'll text something to write it and I won't double check it. I'll just hit enter. I'm like, oh shit. I look real stupid now. And then the grammar police is out. I'm like, come on. You know what I meant.
Right.
I'm the total I always because especially on the written word, if you don't punctuate correctly on a lot of things can come off real bad.
What are you screaming at me for, man?
Exactly.
I hit caps lock by accident.
Right. And also, of course, spelling, it can be very important for instance, going back to the cologne thing. If you don't know how to spell cologne and spell it colon,
it changes the whole thing.
Yeah. It's like, I love the smell of his colon.
Yeah. It's great nasty smell.
No, thanks.
I don't mind it really, but it's funny because I'm like, yeah, I know. Yeah. I just don't need to fix it.
I just hate when I see run-on sentences because then I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
that's the only thing. If you don't put a period somewhere,
dude,
let me know when something ends.
Yo, the greatest thing, Greg, and I even laughed at this one. My buddy Pete, who passed away, but I remember Damien put up a post and Pete totally popped for it. Damien was like, he had a bunch of fucking periods and just in case any of my friends need to use one, he Damien, remember that? That was dude, I even laughed at that. I was like, that's friggin' hilarious.
And I did that because there was one person in particular that would always post things on Facebook, and it was definitely a good 4, 5, 6 sentences in there and would not use a period at all.
It annoys me.
Yeah, at all. So one day I just put a post with 20 periods saying that.
Dave, that was good. I laughed. Pete loved it. Pete fucking laughed for about a half an hour on that.
Yeah. Because I'm reading those things and I just think okay, if this was real, he'd be really out of breath right now. It'd be like,
dude, what's crazy too? I have I don't know why I do it, but I have a habit of if I'm writing a sentence on Facebook or something like that, or if I'm putting down a song title, I'll capitalize every beginning of every word, every other word.
Yeah.
I do it all the time.
I'll do that sometimes too.
I don't know why, but I do.
Well, it looks better.
It does.
I guess, yeah. I guess.
You
got anything else, Greg?
I guess kind of piggybacking off the periods thing. When people write something and they always put the 3 dots, the consecutive 3 dots at the end of it, which always it looks menacing or you're upset. It always that what's it called? I
do that
a pause. I do it when it's if to verbalize or contextualize anticipation or something like that. But whenever I see it at the end of something and it's just does not call for that type of punctuation. I just see something like, it's like, oh yeah, I saw it yesterday. ...
Oh, he said, thought they were trying to lure Pac-Man in.
Right. Exactly.
Listen, I want a friend request Greg if I don't have him already, and he's gonna have a ball with me.
Yo, you're gonna give me some material. Let's do this.
That'll be good stuff.
Yeah.
It'll be unintentional too, which would be great.
Oh yeah. It don't matter to me that much, but if I'm always saying something stupid.
Could be fun.
I'm always saying something stupid on comments, CJ. So
What do you got, Damo?
When someone comes up to you and they ask you a question, or they could just make a statement to you, and they don't let you get a word in. They just talk right over you. It's like, okay, you're asking me a question. I'm trying to answer you. Would you give me a chance to answer? Would you just shut the fuck up for a second?
Yeah, dude, I got to go. I'm gonna piggyback.
Deal with that all day.
I'm guilty of that sometimes. I am, but I totally, I've been on the recipient of that too, so I totally understand.
It happens.
It happens,
dude. It's funny. Mike comes over. Mike hangs out a lot at my house. We play video games, listen to some music, and all that stuff. So, I got to sneeze. Wait, hold on for a second. I'm waiting for it to come.
Just don't fart while you do it.
That's the worst, ain't it? That's the worst.
that hurts.
It does,
That
and you never know what's
hurts.
going to happen. Let me see. Hold on. I had the microphone off and on.
You probably heard it through my mic.
I think I got the wall.
It went through somewhere.
Did it really? I'm gonna have to
Very
keep
faint. It's perfect.
I might keep it on.
Keep it.
No edit.
Mike's
No
mic.
edit. So piggybacking off what Damien said, what drives me totally nuts, and like I said, I think Mike's heard, my wife's heard it before too, which is hilarious. You call up. I don't know if I mentioned it before. You call up and you order Chinese food, and the one Chinese place we always order from, it's like the lady's arguing with me over the phone when I'm ordering. I'm like, I'll take so-and-so, so-and-so, I'll take so-and-so, so-and-so. I'm like, wait, let me finish what I'm ordering. You're already fucking, like, you're burying me before I even get a chance to finish the order. I'm like, I get it, you want blah, blah, blah. You want blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah. But as I'm doing it, I'm talking as she's talking. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm putting the order in. You're not, like,
you know what's
down.
tough though, and when you're like, I understand. I think like a lot of times, like their language sounds a little more abrupt than ours too.
Yeah, it
So
sounds
it's kinda
yeah,
like-
it sounds more aggressive than what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you got to remember too, it's like that phone might be going off the hook, and it's like I know how that is.
Oh
all
yeah,
day.
she's just
And it's like
trying to
you're
get the speed.
Yeah,
She's trying to
it's
get the
tough
speed.
sometimes, man. It's
Especially
especially
when
you
it's
get
like
like
the end of the day.
right.
Yeah.
It's tough sometimes. So
Dude, it's crazy. I used to order from this one Chinese place, and
China House?
China House. There's one on Pacific Avenue, and there was a fire or something at the China House, and they closed down for a while. Do you know when they reopened? They called me up.
that's great.
That
funny.
and the other Chinese story I got is once I might have told Damien this. I think Mike knows. One time I ordered from Johnny Chang's I ordered from China House on Pacific Avenue when they were still there, and I went to Johnny Chang's and picked up. I forgot that I ordered at China House, so I went to the wrong place. Yeah, man.
I'm here for the number 3.
They're like,
Number 3.
you didn't order? Big boy, where have you been? You haven't been around.
Oh, oops! I ordered it at the other place.
Dude, I'll never forget. Me and another funny story that I probably told to a million people, but me and Meanie one time, the blue Meanie. So one time, me and him
That's
were
awesome.
hanging out or whatever, and we go to a buffet, and the buffet closed. Buffet must get ready to close. We walk through the door, and this little Chinese lady peeks her head and goes, "Uh-oh." Dude, me and Brian were pissed. We're like, dude, that's a great story. She peeked her head and went, "Uh-oh."
Hell, that's worth the trip alone.
Dude, it's so worth the story. I was like, you can't make that up. I'm like, it's just me and Brian. I guess we're going somewhere else.
Why was it? Because you guys were going to eat all the food there, and was it
I don't
buffet,
know. We
Yes.
walked in. She looked at us and went, "Uh-oh."
or they were closing. Yeah, you can take
Yeah.
it either way.
Listen, I would have taken it the way that she thought we were going to do some damage, and they had nothing.
Either way,
It makes a good story.
this reminds me of one time I was ordering something from McDonald's on the drive-thru, and it's one of those moments where it's very simple, like, but it's just how interaction and communication works through in these situations where, like, it just threw me off a loop. I said, can I get A large number one, yes. Think of the time when I said,
Okay.
Well, I'm going to use that tomorrow.
It threw me off. I'm like, because that doesn't happen. Like they don't like. Can you ever recall that ever happening to you when someone's taking order and you say yes?
Do you know what's like worse? It's like when somebody gives you like a phone number and they don't give it to you and like they give it to you in 2 digits, 1 digit, 2.
Yeah.
It's like
You're screwing it up.
where did you learn how to tell a phone number? It's like,
There's a cadence to it. You know?
Yes.
Right.
3, 3, 4. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Mike D, you got anything?
Well, since a lot of my shit was taken early, and I'm put on the spot right here now, and when you're talking to somebody and they grab their balls talking to you,
Guilty.
Well, I guess I need to confess this whole time.
There's a lot of movement going on sometimes. I was doing Michael Jackson.
I wasn't even pinning out anybody on that one. Whoever it is, just admit it to it. So
I'm guilty. I'm always.
No
I wasn't
shame.
even.
No shame. I'm in the privacy of my own home, and I'm only shoulders up.
Yeah,
Dude, it's appropriate.
Dude, if we play, when we played live, my wife would be like, "Yo, how many times are you going to fix your stuff?" She's like, she's counting. It's about 12 times so far. I'm like, will you stop?
Did she
Like,
set it
babe,
over under for the night?
Yeah.
The over under's 9.
They look for it.
I'm sorry, babe. This is just
30-minute
arousing.
set.
I'm sorry.
Sometimes I'm feeling a little to the left instead of a little to the right, you know?
All right, it's a 45-minute set. Over under is going to be 15.
Yeah. There he goes again. Sometimes it's very aggressive.
Man.
He's very gentle during the ballads.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
very vigorous on the heart. I
Look
worry
at
about
that
his
thing
well-being. Carpal tunnel is going to be awful.
Look, we're doing a Slayer cover next.
It's very aggressive.
How do you think I learned how to do these blast beats, bro?
Oh man. So I don't even know.